Alright, welcome back to the dungeon where we geek out on all things horror, thriller, mystery, and suspense. And, happy Halloween! Because, today is, Thursday, October 30th, 2025. I'm gonna start putting the dates on these things, when we start out, because, we may or may not want to cover some news items on here, so, for those of people who are listening to this, God knows when, you get to, see how timely the news is that we pick, and it's like that way you're not saying what that happened a long time ago. Well, if you listen to the date, you would have known that. So yeah, today is probably the time that you're hearing this. It's Halloween. That actually depends on how much we record today. And how much editing I gotta do, whether it's gonna come out on a Halloween, or you may get it on November 1st. Who knows? But if it's on Friday, happy Halloween. Hope you all.
I'm gonna fuck this up and make you do so much editing.
Oh,
so now that you've told me.
Ah!
Now that you told me, I'm gonna fuck this up.
You hear that, gang? The reason why you're not hearing this on Halloween is because Joey fucked it up.
Come at me, bro.
Jesus. So, yeah. So how's things down in the basement?
Well, I mean, even though I'm in the basement, I still get YouTube. And the big announcement is actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave this for you. This is my treat to you, even though you treat me like garbage down here. I'm gonna give you the big news that you can share with everyone who I'm sure they've already rushed to YouTube just like me. Thomas, you want to share the news?
Yeah. Today, the trailer of Scream 7 just dropped, and then it says it's not a teaser; it's a trailer. So you get to see some actual scenes, and gives you an idea of who's in it and what kind of layup. Now, me being the busy dungeon host that I am, I have not, at the time of recording, I have not seen the trailer. So I'm gonna pass the ball over to you. And I don't know, was there something about the trailer that surprised you, or something that said, "Hey, this is a movie I gotta see when it comes out"?
Oh, number one is Scream. I got to see it no matter what. But what's great about the trailer is it's so Sydney orientated, and you learn some cool tidbits. You see her daughter. By the way, her daughter is named Tatum after her best friend Tatum from the original Scream.
Oh.
And the best part about the whole trailer is, and I know all you Easter egg hunters, twice in the trailer, specifically at the end, you get to hear Stu talking. Because as we all know, we all learned, Stu is officially going to be coming back in Scream 7. We don't know what his part is going to be, but in the trailer, if you listen closely twice, you will hear Stu twice, specifically at the end. You can hear it clear as day. And so this looks amazing. We briefly see Gail. We see them back at Stu's house. We see Stu's house burning down at one point. So there you go. Maybe this is the end of an era, the end of a legacy. Stu Bacher's house is burning. So this is going to be, oh man, Scream 7. Finally, we're back where it matters. We're back to Sidney fucking Prescott. Not that those other core four, whatever the hell they called themselves there with Scream 5 and Scream 6. I mean, I still like them, but they were garbage compared to the real Screams. So Scream 7, I think, is back. And we all know Stu's coming back. Roman's coming back. Apparently Jill's coming back. They're all coming back. Hell, I've heard even Dewey's coming back. So, like, this is going to be
Dewey from insane. The dead.
Yeah, they're all coming back. I've heard February 27th. Right now, that's the date I've heard. It may move. You know how they move shit around in Hollywood. They don't give a crap about our feelings or our cares or our wants. Right now, what I'm hearing is February 27th. I'm already reaching out to people. I'm going to make it a leave of absence from the dungeon, and I'm going to go on a field trip, and I'm going to see the shit out of Scream 7. Because we all know, what's your favorite scary movie?
Hopefully it's Scream, Scream, because I would now. Doesn't it concern you that usually the weakest movies come out during January, February, something like that, and it's usually It's usually by April when the really good stuff starts coming out. Are you concerned that Scream 7 is coming out in February?
Nope, I don't care. It's Scream. I'm going
Okay.
no matter what. I
So
love Scream.
so even if it
Scream is
sucks, you're gonna love it.
oh, like I said, I bashed on 5 and 6, but 6, like the one thing about 6 that got me all so excited is that shrine. And I know you people know what I'm talking about. Who've seen Screen 6 when he goes to the shrine and you see the shrine to like all the other films. I was like rock hard watching that because like I fucking love Scream. You come to my house, I have Ghostface shit everywhere. I don't give a crap. I'm watching Scream. It's awesome. And again, this is Sydney focused. So it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be amazing. And I don't care. As long as you give me Sydney, I'm good.
Okay. So evidently, they agreed to pay her what she was worth. That she was willing to come back.
Yeah, well, it's all that controversy afterwards with the two casts with Melissa Barrero there, or however
Yeah.
you pronounce her name, and
Yeah.
then Jenna Ortega dropped out. And you know what? I know it's controversy. I know people are gonna be sad and all that jazz, but I don't. I'm sorry. I'm a true Scream fan. I don't care. I want Sidney Prescott. I want Gil Weathers. They did Gil Weathers so dirty in the last film. She's barely in it. So, and then you can say I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited. I just want to see them all come back, especially like I say they're teasing Stu, Roman, Jill, Dewey, like they're teasing them all, and I'm just like, my God, this is gonna be insane, and maybe the last one. Who knows? This might be the last one. Maybe we finally hit the end of Scream.
Hmm. Yeah. I'm not gonna hold my breath on that one because if this makes a lot of money, they're gonna make another one.
You know what? If they do, I'll go to that one too. I'll keep
Okay.
going like Scream 20. I don't give a shit.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So look at so if you haven't already, go to your YouTube, and watch the trailer, the first trailer of Scream 7. Um, yeah, I'll watch that after. It all depends. Well, it all depends on how much editing I have to do. So if you want to do me a
You're gonna fuck it
favor
up.
and it's you don't yeah don't make this an easy one. So
I'm gonna fuck it up.
I'll probably usually what typically what I do is I'll if I watch any trailer I'll watch like the first trailer. If they come out with a second trailer, I avoid that at all cost because they usually expose and reveal more things about the movie in the second trailer, and at that point you're giving the movie away for free. Now, from the first trailer, since you're the one that saw it here between the two of us, uh, did you get a sense that it gave away what the movie is going to be about, or did it just give you enough morsels to say, "Oh shit, I got to see what happens in this scene"?
It gave you oh shit, I have to see because in this one it's like Sid even says to Ghostface like talking about about hiding, and Ghostface is like, I'm not hiding in this one. So this one is like Ghostface who's not hiding. This one is Ghostface who's not lurking. This is Ghostface like in your face, badass Ghostface who's done, picking people off one by one, playing games. This Ghostface is like here for kills, and like that alone was like holy shit, because Sydney's like, yeah, you're just some other person in a voice changer hiding behind a mask, and it's like they're like, who's hiding? And so this is just badass Ghostface and badass Sydney Prescott. And no, it like I watched it and was like, oh my God, I need to see this right fucking now.
So it's Ghostface gloves off. So, but yeah, you gotta wait. Evidently, you need to wait 4 months to see it.
This is
But
one I will actually go to the theater to see. I hate the theater, but I will actually go to the theater to see this movie.
okay, all right. And I fully expect you to come back to the dungeon and give us a full book report or movie report of what Scream 7. If it's if it's one of the few really good movies coming out the first quarter of the year, or if it's just going to be, the usual.
So you're not going to see this in the theater. You see all the other crap in the theater, but you're not going to see this in the theater. What the fuck, Thomas?
Well, I mean, it, I'm consistent because I didn't see any of the other Screams in the theater. I waited until they started streaming. So why should I go to the theater to see this one? Is it going to be like a blockbuster with a lot of explosions and car chases and gunfights and people beating the shit out of each other that I want to
Well,
see
I
on a
mean,
big screen?
there's gunfighting. I mean, Sydney's shooting Ghostface. There's guns.
Okay, well, I need a little bit more on my plate to go through the trouble of traveling out in the pub because you know what the public has people and
What's the last movie you saw in the theater? What was the last movie you saw in the theater?
the last movie I saw in the theater was, let me see, because when I go to the theater I usually do at least a double feature if not a triple. um I know I saw Good Boy. I know I saw Naked Gun. I know I saw, what was the other one? Blah, 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 blah. It was either, no, I think it was Weapons. It was either Together or Weapons.
And those movies you thought were like, yes, I have to see them in the theater because Weapons look so intense. And Together, a body horror movie about two people who are merging. You're like, yes, John Wick level. I must see that. But you're not going to see Scream? Bullshit.
So, see, with Weapons and Together, and especially Good Boy, those are like indie type movies. So when I go, it's like I don't mind going to a theater to see like these independent type movies because I know that my dollar is going to speak and it's going to tell the movie and the studios and everything. We want more independent horror. We want more independent creators and directors and writers to do more horror because that's what's going to put people asses in the seats. So I want to. So to me, it's just I'm doing my civic duty of sending a message. Scream, it's it's a foregone conclusion that they're going to have that's going to make a lot of money, and there's going to have a lot of people coming to see that. They don't have to worry about breaking even. I mean, they're going to make their money back and tenfold. But with these independent horror movie people, when I mean, hell, it's a hard thing just to make the movie get made and get distributed. When in fact, when they get it to the point where they're able to manage to get it shown on a big screen, yeah, I wanna at least put my effort in there and send a message saying this is what the public wants. This is what I want, and yeah. So I'm doing my civic duty, I think.
You hear that? Not all horror heroes wear capes. Some wear headphones and record podcasts.
That's right. So, another thing that I did see. Here's the thing. Here's the trade-off. I didn't see the Scream trailer, but you did. And the next thing I'm gonna touch on, which is kind of I think is newsworthy, is I saw this and you didn't because Canadians don't get to have fun TV shows. Evidently, it's like. But anyway, finally the first episode of It, Welcome to Derry, hit HBO this past, I guess it was past weekend. Second episode's going to be played the night of Halloween. It comes out a little bit early, but the first, and I'm not going to get into spoilers, but I'm thinking of doing and this is a good time to plug my Patreon. If you want to support the channel and see some of the stuff that I do over there that I don't do anywhere else, go to my Patreon on Horror Geek Dungeon, and you might see some reaction videos to. I'm thinking of doing the reaction videos of this series, because when I go on YouTube, I'm seeing every Tom, Dick, and the Harry doing these reaction videos to this first episode, and I was like, you know what, I think I'm going to do that. So, but so in a sense, the first episode, when you see that over in Patreon, it's not going to be like a first reaction. It's going to be like I'll cheat a little bit, but I think I am going to record me watching episode 2 onward for the first time and reacting to it and stuff like that. So, but I couldn't wait to record anything. So, but I watched it, and my God, even with the cold open. Now, in my mind, Evil Dead Rise still has the best cold open before they start showing they show the title card. But Jesus Christ on the stick, the cold open on this series, the very first, I mean, Jiminy Cricket, the first few minutes of the first episode, and there's like 7 episodes left to do, and they're doing 3 seasons of this stuff. My goodness, it it really fucks up your mind. In fact, I should have put some of these things on here on my top 10 list that we're going to be doing today, but I thought, nah. There's a lot of other things that on my top 10 list that but this Welcome to Derry is a little bit too fresh, but yeah, it's shocking. It's they go there. It's like by the end of the series, I was like, what is this, Game of Thrones? Holy hell! It's like, all right, we're at the end of the episode. It's like maybe like a half hour or whatever. It's like, where else do they have to go? Because shit has hit so many fans just in this one little pilot of an episode. It's like, where else are they gonna go? So evidently they're gonna go further. But yeah, Welcome to Derry. It's now playing on HBO. You gotta watch it, even if you're not a Stephen King fan. Even if you didn't see I mean, and I'm sure if you didn't see the movies, there's a lot of references and call outs and Easter eggs and shit like that will go over your head, but it's still a entertaining show. And I just can't wait to find out where they go from here, because they went pretty far on just the first episode. So, well, our topic for today is now one of the things that if you're a horror fan, one of the big things that you look forward to in a horror movie is what we like to refer to as the carnage candy. We want to see the blood. We want to see the guts. We want to see the gore. So, our topic today, we're going to list our top 10 kills in a horror movie. Now, these are kills that either really shocked us, or we really got a blast out of, or there was a particular character that we would really wanted to die, and it didn't disappoint. The person died fantastically, and we love seeing them bite the dust. Or maybe there was a kill that we watched, and it's like, that's something you don't see every day. Something really, really creative, or just something really over the top. So anyway, and again, I'm going to put this out there like I do all my top 10s lists. This list and Joey's list, these are our top 10 according to us. Okay? So if there's something on here that you don't agree with, or we don't put something on here that was like, oh, why isn't that in your list? Or this was ranked at number 8, you thought it was supposed to be number 3. Tough. This is our list. Ours means not yours. So, Joey.
Oh yeah, I got some that are going to be controversial, but again, I don't care.
Yeah, yeah. This is. I mean, anybody else here that wants to, you know, I mean, send us hate mail. I would love that. I would love to get some hate mail. At least we'll be getting
No,
some
send Thomas
email.
all your hate mail. Send Thomas all your hate mail.
Oh yeah,
I won't read it.
yeah, you don't have email up there, so you can't even watch HBO. How the hell are you going to read email?
Well, I googled it. Apparently, it's on Crave. You can watch if you're in Canada. You can watch Welcome to Derry on Crave. I don't have Crave.
Oh, okay. I'm not even sure what that is. That must be a Canada thing, an up
It
north
is a Canada thing.
It is a Canada thing.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: do you have an honorable mention, or do you just have the strict 10?
I have a strict 10. I'm not Murph. That's right, Murph. If you're listening to this, overachiever Murph.
Okay.
I have 10. And I don't know. Do you want me to give an honorable mention?
I mean, I
Tucker,
haven't.
Tucker and Dale. Although every kill in Tucker and Dale is my honorable mention. Watch that movie. It's great. Especially when the kid
Okay.
jumps into the wood chipper. There,
Yeah.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil. There's my honorable mention. Go watch it.
Okay, I have one honorable mention. See, I'm not like Murph again. I only picked one, but I'll share that before I share my number one. So, anyway, since you did your honorable mentions, I'll start off with our number 10, and then we'll just go back and forth like we usually do. My number 10 is Fever Street Part 1, 1994. And if you're familiar with that, it was like a 3-parter where they did like different eras. But the one in 1994, they were in the mall, and I gotta say, the bread slicer kill. That was one of those things that I watched. And I was like, that's yeah. I wouldn't have thought of that, and that's why it's coming in low. At number 10. So, yeah. Fear
That was in
Street
a
Part
grocery
1.
store.
That was in a grocery store?
Yeah.
Was it what was the one when they were in the mall?
Well, there's the mall in the beginning, and then there's the mall at the very end.
That's probably where I was thinking.
But yeah, when that chick gets killed, yeah, that was a good kill. That was actually a really good kill. Yeah, the bread slicer kill.
So that's my number 10.
That's a good number 10. You know what? Clap emoji or clap sound effect here. That's a good one. Yeah, there's a clap. That was weak,
Or
Thomas.
it's like one of those. One of those.
Yeah, there it is. I like that one.
So my number 10 is, and this is actually surprisingly my only one from the franchise, and I was surprised when I was making this list, was Allie in Terrifier 2, because that kill just didn't fucking stop.
It kept going on and
It
on
kept-
and on.
It kept going and going, like, oh my god, like then he rubs salt and he rubs bleach and he like breaks every bone and he like stabs her eye out and he like rips everything off her. It just kept going and kept going. And then when the mom comes home and you see her like corpse, what you believe is her corpse on the bed, and then the mom comes in and she's like, "Mommy," it's like, how the hell is she still alive? That was unrealistic. That was number 10. That was my Terrifier. That's my only Terrifier one on the list. But yeah, that one, whew, that one was nuts. Even I was like, this is going too far.
Yeah, that was one of those things that's like it started out really tragic. It was like, oh no, and then it started getting unbelievable. And then at the end, it's just because I remember sitting. See, I do go to the theater. I went to the theater to watch this, and me and a bunch of people that I don't even know. I made friends there afterwards, and we were laughing our ass off throughout the whole thing. because it gets so over the top, and I mean, you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. And then part four is supposed to be insane, quote unquote, insane shit. So yeah, so yeah, yeah. So that's your only Terrifier on the entire list.
That's my only Terrifier on the list.
Wow. Okay. I got two, and I'm sure you know one of them. And I'm surprised you didn't put that one in there. Anyway, so my number 9. This was amusing to me because I thought, okay. It's The Final Destination, Bloodline, the MRI death. And to me, it's like, first of all, how I don't even know how strong those damn machines. I know there's like magnetic. There's magnets that spinning real faster, and that cylinder thing. But it's almost hard for me to believe that those things get that strong. So yeah, but I thought that MRI death in Final Destination Bloodline was that was something to behold. That was some good good setup, good execution with the special effects and all that stuff. And yeah, personally, I don't see it because I've had MRIs before, and I've usually fallen asleep during them. Well, this now the MRI is the ones that doing all the racket and the loud buzzing noises and stuff like that, and your whole body's in this cylinder, and yeah, all that stuff, and loud noises going on and a racket, and the cylinder's like 2 inches away from your face. Yeah, I'll fall asleep in there. They gotta wake me up when the thing's over with.
So what I gathered from this is Thomas liked the scene when the guy gets the piercing pulled out of his dick. That's what I learned.
That's all you heard of all that, meandering and back and forth of me just trying to describe that, and that's the only thing you got is that.
That's all I took away from this.
Well, hey, I have nothing to
All
say
right.
about that.
So my number 9, this is a personal near and dear kill to me, and I love this movie, and this is where I don't give a shit what people think. Mine comes from 13 Ghosts. Such an amazingly overlooked, underappreciated film that I think is finally getting some appreciation. But mine is, because he's so near and dear to my heart too, Matthew Lillard in 13 Ghosts. When his character Dennis, when he's beaten to death by the Hammer and the Juggernaut, and then eventually the Juggernaut picks him up and like snaps his back in half, like cracks him, folds him like a pretzel against that pipe, and he falls to death. Because the problem is he died a hero, and as we established the other week before, never be a hero in horror movies because you just die. So this is a perfect callback, and it just tugs my heartstrings because I loved his character in the movie, even though he's a bad guy. 13 Ghosts, Matthew Lillard's character Dennis when he's beaten to death and then folded like a pretzel.
All right. Let's see. Number 8. I think number 8 is probably my oldest movie. And it's the Dead Alive. It's Party's Over. I think it's the near the end of the movie. Our heroes and gang is getting overrun by zombies, and one of our heroes gets a lawnmower, and he basically busts out of the garage holding this lawnmower, and he gives that line, "Party's over," and he just runs down all these zombies with the lawnmower, and just zombie brains scattering and blood splatter everywhere. So that to me that was a pretty lofty kill. So killing all those zombies, and he basically being a badass with a lawnmower. So yeah.
That
Number
one
8.
actually appears on my list.
Really?
Yeah, so we have a crossover, Thomas. We have a crossover.
Oh,
That one
wow.
actually appears on my list.
Okay.
So when we get to it, I'll let you know. I'll just skim over it, but yeah, it actually appears on my list. So there you go, Thomas. We agree on something.
Oh, wow. Okay. Mark your calendars.
For me, my number 8 is Julius in Friday the 13th. Jason Takes Manhattan. That scene to me is, I love it. It's so over the top. It's so stupid. I remember when he's boxing him on the roof and he just keeps punching him and punching him and punching him and punching him. Jason trying to take him down, trying to take him down. Finally, remember, he's gassed. He can't do it anymore. And he's like, take your best shots. And he's all gassed. And then Jason just punches him once, knocking his head clean off. No blood, no nothing. His head just pops off. And what's best is it falls off this roof, hits the fire escape, blah, 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 blah. Ends up in a dumpster. The dumpster closes the lid. And it's just like, what the hell did I just see? This is so stupid. That's my number 8, Julius's death in Friday the 13th. Jason Takes Manhattan, because that was just one of those classic scenes that's just like, it's so stupid, and I love it, and it's a personal favorite of mine. So that was number 8, Julius and Jason Takes Manhattan.
All right, my number 7. It's kind of cool that you mentioned before what it was, a pretzel. Because my number 7 is the yoga kill in the movie In a Violent Nature. Now that was the kill. Now, never mind that pretty much the whole movie is this guy kind of like walking around in the woods. But this kill comes pretty close in redeeming that. It doesn't, it's still a boring ass movie, but if you rent it or something like that, just fast forward all the walking and pussyfooting around, walking in the woods until you get to the yoga, and then watch that little 2-minute kill of the yoga, and that's it. That's pretty much the only kill in that whole movie. That's like buying an LP and only have one really decent song in the whole damn album. But yeah, this guy his weapon of choice is I think it's like a fireman's hook with a chain and a hook. But he helps this lady. She's warming up and stuff like that. But he certainly helps her, work out all the kinks and tight muscles and everything, because she found out how flexible she could be with that kill. And it's one of those kills that it's like I can't even describe it. It's that butt fuck crazy. So yeah, 7 is the yoga kill from In a Violent Nature.
My number 7 comes courtesy of George A. Romero's Day of the Dead. And I'm talking about, everyone knows what I'm talking about. I'm talking with Captain Rhodes. And if you remember when he opens the door and the zombies are after him and he turns around and who shoots him? But Bub. You remember that? Bub shoots him in the stomach there, the zombie. He stumbles back into it, and there's that classic scene where he falls into the horde of zombies and he's being ripped apart, and you see him like being completely ripped apart, and all you hear is that blood-curdling scream. Remember? Choke on him! He's screaming as he's being ripped apart. That is a classic scene, and also I have to thank a good personal friend of mine for recommending that when we were coming up with the list. They threw it at me. So there's a shout out to a personal friend of mine right there who made sure I included that in the list because it's one of their favorite kills. So Captain Rhodes, Day of the Dead, number 7, choke on him.
All right, yeah, I remember that. That was one of those satisfying kills, because he was a real asshole for that movie. My number 6 is the pretty much, I think, the kill that put Art the Clown on the map, and that is from the first Terrifier movie, the hacksaw scene. Now, I know movies like Bone Tomahawk did it first, I think, or maybe they didn't, but you know the Terrifier one was the first movie where I saw that happen, where it's just basically she's upside down, naked, and Art the Clown just takes a rather rusty hacksaw and just cuts her right down the middle, the JJ down to the throat. And I actually saw a news article not this past week where that particular actress is evidently suing Damien Leone and et al. For evidently there's some residual money that she wasn't getting as a result of the movie. So God knows where that's going to go or where that came up of. But yeah, number 6, Terrifier, the hacksaw scene.
I had a feeling you'd put that on your list. Damn it, Thomas, you're sick.
I am sick.
So my number 6 is the one you previously mentioned, and that, of course, is the scene in Dead Alive. When you're talking about, yes, when Lionel picks up the lawnmower and he just starts slicing and dicing all the zombies. They're coming at him, and yeah, he just picks it up and he's just like cutting them all to pieces. So my number 6 was your, I believe, number 9. So the Dead Alive scene, yeah, when Lionel starts mowing people down with the lawnmower.
Yeah.
So there you go. There we got a crossover.
Oh, okay. Wow. We're not even halfway through the list. Cool. All right, my number 5 is, it's not really a horror movie. It's more like a thriller, but it's called Hunter x Hunter. I'm not talking about the anime. I'm talking about the one that has Devon Sawa stars in this one, and it's basically the premise of what sets this whole thing up is Devon Sawa plays this guy. He takes his wife and his daughter out in the woods. They're gonna like live off the grid and live off the land and stuff like that. And the wife is just not having it. So throughout the movie, he's teaching her how to like kill a deer, how to skin a deer, how to get it prepped and ready to gut it and get it ready for some good nom noms. But they meet a stranger in the woods, and during the course of the entire movie, this certain situations occur, and the stranger in the woods is basically a bad guy. He's the main bad guy. Well, I'd say the last 10 minutes of the movie, evidently the bad guy, the stranger, does something to the daughter. But you never see what happened to the daughter. All you see is the mother's facial reaction to what she sees in the daughter's room. She opens up the door, looks in, sees her daughter. The camera doesn't show you the daughter, and all you see is and the camera just zooms in real slow, and just the amount of terror and sadness and anger and this mom, whoever played the mom, again, I don't look these names up before doing it. I'm just spitballing here. She goes through a lot of emotions. So there then goes into a fight scene between the mom and the bad guy, and the mom bests the bad guy. She knocks him out. I'd say the last 3 minutes of this movie is my number. What number are we on? Number 5, kill in a movie, and again, this may or may not be a horror movie. It's more like a thriller or a drama, But the last 2 minutes of this movie, she has this guy tied up and drawn up in the barn, and she gets to practicing. She gets to practice all the things that her husband taught her about skinning a deer, gutting a deer, and all that stuff, and getting ready for some good eating. But yeah, so the last scene in Hunter x Hunter is just absolutely vicious. You don't want to piss a mom off. You don't fuck with a mom's family or children, because you'll get drawn up again. You'll get drawn up and skinned and gutted and God knows what else she did to him. That you don't see it, but you hear it. So yeah, my number 5 is Hunter x Hunter, not the anime.
All right. My number 5 is, this is another film that's near and dear to my heart. And again, just like 13 Ghosts, which is the one I'm going to promote, everyone needs to watch this movie. It's the scene in Ghost Ship. And I'm talking about that opening scene where, you know, that wire gets really like tight, taut, and then it just bam right across the deck.
Yeah.
And that slow reveal where everyone just has like that shocked face. Everyone is like unsure, and then you see like the wine glass like tip over, and then you slowly start to see everyone just fall apart. Like they just slide off. Their clothes just like fall off, and you just see all the bodies just crumple to the floor in that slow reveal. And like you say, when you see the captain, remember when his head just like slides off?
Yep.
It's just like that opening scene in Ghost Ship is just so amazing, and that's just such an underappreciated film. So yeah, that my number 5 is that. It's like that was like a mass murder, death kill, like I say. So that scene in Ghost Ship for me is easily number 5 on my list.
All right. Yep. That poor girl. Oh my goodness. She needed therapy for the rest of her life. My number 4 is Final Destination 2. That damn log truck. How many people have seen a log truck on the road? And I'll take it one step further. I even apply that to these trucks that are transporting all these cars. You see how like how these cars are like damn near just almost hanging off the back of these trucks. So yeah, it's a log truck in a movie, but I don't get behind a log truck back when I drove, and I wouldn't even get behind a truck that was transporting a bunch of cars or vehicles for the exact same reason. So yeah, that caused a lot of drivers. If you saw that movie, that's like Jaws. What Final Destination did for the log truck it's like what Jaws did for swimming, or Psycho did for showering. You know, that type of thing.
Got it. Log truck, Final Destination. It's true. It's true. When everyone sees a log truck, their brain immediately links to Final Destination 2. So that is forever burned into our brains. For me, my number 4 is probably one of the funniest and best kills on my list, and it's so iconic. It is Jennifer in Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, Welcome to Primetime, bitch. And when he smashes her face through the TV, killing her, that is such an iconic kill, such an iconic Freddy line. Like I say, just that welcome to primetime, bitch. It's just, I'm going to say it multiple times because that's a great fucking line. To me, the kill isn't spectacular or anything like that because you smash her face, but it's that line, it's that scene. Everybody knows that damn scene in Dream Warriors, which is, I'm going out on the record for the podcast. And again, all you podcast people can get mad at me. Come at me, bro. But Dream Warriors is the best film in the entire Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Yes, I said it. Yes, I mean it 100%. And you can put that on the record. I don't care. Dream Warriors 3,
sorry, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors, best one, and that Welcome to Prime Time, that Jennifer kill, easily number 4 on my list.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. That's like one of my favorites. Number 3. And speaking of another number 3, my number 3 is Alien, the chest burster scene where the little alien comes out of Hurt's chest. That was one of those shocker moments. And I understand. I don't know if this is true or just kind of like trivia type stuff, but I understand when they set that scene up, all the other actors in the scene didn't know that was going to happen. It was like one of those things where the director just throws them in a scene. It's like, okay, something's going to happen, just react to it.
My number 3 is, and this is where I got to finally start paying homage to my film I talked about at the beginning of the podcast there, Scream. My number 3 is Tatum in the original Scream, the doggy door kill. When she's in the garage and she's desperately trying to get out and she's like trying to scramble through the doggy door, and in all honesty, she totally would have fit, because I heard Rose McGowan was even so small that she actually kept falling out of the door because she was so tiny she couldn't get stuck. And that scene is just crazy. I don't even know if that would even kill you, to be honest. I don't think a garage door falling on you would kill you. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I just pretend to be one. I just play one on TV. But my number 3 is Tatum in Scream, like I say, when she gets stuck in the doggy door and then the door goes up, 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 and then it just falls and like folds like an accordion and kills her. That's my number 3, because again, I love Scream. So Tatum's death, Rose McGowan in the original Scream.
My number 2 is When Evil Lurks, and it's the doggy scene. And this movie, I wasn't able to see it in a theater, so I rented it. And it's a good thing I rented it, because when this scene happened, I had to pause the damn movie, because I needed a few minutes to get my bottom jaw up off the floor. It's like, my God, they actually did that. But yeah, it's there's this some kind of a sickness. I mean, they call it, they compare it to or call it like a demon, but there's some kind of our main character goes to his former wife. He's like taking his clothes off, and he needs a change of clothes and stuff like that. Well, this damn, they have a dog and they have a little girl, and it's one of those I think it was one of those Rottweilers too. And the damn dog is smelling the clothes, so as a result, the dog is now possessed. And there's this real calm scene where this little girl is like just walking around the dog, petting him on the head and stuff like that. And you see like a back shot of the little girl and the dog, and the parents are arguing about something. They're not paying attention. And all of a sudden, you see the dog just growth and just latches this jaw on top of this girl's head. And the next time you see it, one of the parents are trying to get the dog away from the kid, and the dog is underneath the damn table. And I like you give a dog like a toy and something, and they just start slashing it, thrashing it back and forth real violently. This dog is doing it to the little girl, and it was like, my God, it's like that was one of those things that's like, holy shit. Well, they not only did they go there, but they frickin' showed it too. So yeah, the dog scene and When Evil Lurks, that's my number 2.
My number 2, and this is the one that I mentioned to some people when I was making my list, and people are going to be upset about your number 2. People are going to say, that's not a horror movie. That's not a whatever. And you know what? I don't care. This is where I don't care. Yeah, this is you know what? Screw you all. It's a creature feature because this scene to me was iconic when I first saw it. I loved it. I still love it to this day. And I'm talking about Deep Blue Sea. I'm talking about Samuel L. Jackson's scene there
Oh,
when he's giving that big, uplifting, motivational speech. They're going to get out of there. They're going to survive. Enough is enough. He's had it with these motherfucking sharks in this motherfucking ocean. And he gives that big, uplifting speech. And then what happens? The shark literally jumps out of the water and just eats the shit out of him. Just bam, he's eaten by a shark. That was the best scene possibly in film history. It's a creature feature film because it was just like, yes, this was hilarious. You always have that one guy who rouses everybody, gives that uplifting speech, rah, 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 they're all going to survive. And then just seconds later, bam, he's eaten by a shark. I fucking love that scene. That's my number 2, Deep Blue Sea, Samuel L. Jackson's character, Russell Franklin, gets eaten by the shark.
well, can you imagine what mood killer that was? I mean, he's he's giving it all as inspiration and stuff like that, and then yeah, shark says, "I don't think so."
Yeah, I still remember the moment I was watching that movie. I was watching the movie with a good friend of mine, and we had like literally also just watched Shaft too. So in our minds, Samuel L. Jackson, we were just picturing him as Shaft like the entire time. And then we're like, yeah, he's gonna turn into Shaft any second now, any second now. We kept like joking about mixing the two movies. It was really funny, you know, we were stupid. And that scene is just, oh my god, we had to pause it and just laugh because we're like, fuck, that was genius. That was genius. Like, kudos to the filmmakers. That scene, absolutely amazing. That's my number 2. And again, all you people in podcast land get upset with me. You know what? Fuck you. It's a creature feature film. It's a shark film.
Yeah.
Sharks are scary. You know, you don't believe me? Jump in the fucking ocean, swim around with sharks. You know, come on, let's see.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my honorable mention, and then you'll do your number 1. I'll do my number 1. But my honorable mention is a Japanese movie called Tag. And on my note here, I basically write down the first 8 minutes of the movie. The only way I could describe this death is similar to when you were talking about Ghost Ship. Very similar death, but basically, the first 8 minutes is it's a school bus with a bunch of schoolgirls in it, and our main character is and all these girls are like, you know, throwing paper airplanes at each other and stuff like that. They're just, you know, they're just causing a ruckus. And our main character is very, very solemn, very kind of, you know, meek. She's sitting down and she's either like drawing or writing something in her journal or something like that. But anyway, she drops her pen. So as she's down on her hands and knees crawling around on the bus trying to get her pen, at some point they establish there's this thing, this entity, this and this is one of these movies where you gotta watch it, and you're gonna take a lot of different people are gonna take a lot of interpretations, because it doesn't tell you, it doesn't spoon feed you what this movie is about. It's up to you to try to figure out what it's saying, because we're talking weird, bizarre, dream like shit. But anyway, case in point, all these kids are, you know, they're standing up, they're kneeling on their seats and stuff like that. They're not sitting down, or you know, they are sitting down, and it's like they're just causing a lot of problems, being ruckus. And all of a sudden, this entity, whatever the hell it is, just shears off the top half of the bus. And the top half of the bus is just gone. And then it goes to our main character. She finds her pen and she stands up to go to her seat, and all of a sudden she looks around and the top of the bus is gone, and so is half of her classmates. Half of them are gone, meaning all she's seeing are these half bodies surrounded her. She's the only one that survives, and just, I mean, blood just geyser like a geyser, just spurting that all over the place, and then it tells you the movie is Tag. So the first 8 minutes. So if you could watch the first 8 minutes of Tag and survive that and see, you know what, I'm on for this ride. Good for you, because you're gonna see a whole bunch of other stuff similar to it, if not worse, throughout the rest of the movie. So that's my honorable mention. I only include that because you have to read subtitles. So.
All right. My number one, my top pick is Casey Becker in Scream. So there's my second Scream pick. My number one is Casey Becker in Scream because guess what? Nobody saw that shit coming. We see Drew Barrymore in the film. She's like the biggest actor in the film. And they murdered her in the first couple minutes of the film. That shocked the shit out of everybody. I don't care what anybody says. The first time you watched it, no one saw that shit coming. And that is the iconic scene in Scream. That's that what's your favorite scary movie? That's that I want to play a game. That is what made Scream. You know, to me, that is the number one kill. That's the most iconic kill, and I will die on this hill. Casey Becker just being murdered and Scream, like say, playing the game, again, like I said, just the line, what's your favorite scary movie? That line just come on, that's so iconic. But yeah, like Drew Barrymore's death, and it's not even like that memorable, like for like the murder, because she runs out, gets stabbed, and then you see her later, just hanging from you see like her disembodied corpse hanging from the tree. So she's killed off screen, but it's that scene alone, how powerful that scene was. Again, how Drew Barrymore wanted that role to kill her off. And it was just showing you that nothing is sacred in Scream. Anyone can die and everyone can die. The biggest star can die. To me, that is the most iconic the most iconic death in horror history. And again, I will die on this hill.
Yeah, because that really set the tone.
Yeah, like I said, no one saw that coming. The first time you watched that movie, that was insane. And again, that's the scene that everyone, I think, remembers the most from Scream. I mean, that, and I think the ending, with the big reveal with Billy and Stu, like that's the other scene that everyone really remembers. I'm feeling woozy here, man, and my mom and dad are gonna be so mad at me. I always had a thing for you, Sid. Stu makes that movie, and that's why I love Matthew Lillard. Like, Matthew Lillard is great in that film, and so that's why I'm so excited. He's finally coming back. We're finally going to see Stu coming back in Scream 7, so I'm very excited for that. But yeah, that Casey Becker scene, come on, like that is horror history, iconic. When you think Scream, that's the scene you think.
Yep, definitely. Well, that is not my number one. My number one actually made me gag, and from what I understand, it made the actor that played in this scene gag as well, and that is the rats down the throat scene in Terrifier 3. That one, yeah, because I saw that in a movie, because again, independent movie creator. But yeah, I was eating my little Kit Kats, and I had to throw half the bag away because that scene there just made me sick to my stomach. If a scene affects you so much that you're actually gagging, and like dry heaving as a result. Uh, yeah, there's something to say about that. So yeah, so Terrifier 3, the whole forcing the rats down the ant's mouth and then slicing her neck and having all the rats come out. And yeah, I just couldn't do that.
I remember. Yeah, I saw it in the theater too. I remember that scene. Yeah, where they jam the pipe in and then heat it up to make them like go into the person's belly and then slice their belly open. I do remember that scene.
Yeah,
It's funny you have so many Terrifier on your list. God, Thomas, you're sick and twisted.
I am. Well, I only have two. and the other one's pretty frickin' obvious, but yeah, but I'm glad you had that other one, the bedroom scene from Terrifier 2, because that's another classic. So, all right, so there you have it, our top 10 kills in a horror movie, according to us, not you. And since this is you're listening to us, our opinion's the only ones that matter. Otherwise, you'd have your own frickin' show.
That's right. I am the captain now.
Joey, say goodbye.
Well, thank you for visiting us
In the dungeon again. And remember, hashtag free Joey. I'm still chained. I'm still trapped. But thank you for all your love mail that you're sending me. And thank you for sending Thomas all that hate mail that I know you're sending him. And you're like, hey, we want to free that Joey guy. He's pretty fucking awesome. We all love him. We're not so much crazy about that Thomas guy. But thank you for visiting us again in the dungeon. And next week, I'm sure we're going to have some other crazy lists, some other top 10. You know what? You got to listen to find out what the hell we're talking about, because we're so crazy we don't know what the fuck we're talking about ourselves.
Yeah, we had no idea.
It's all half-baked. We come up with it on the fly just to entertain you freaks. So thank you for coming to the dungeon, you freaks. We appreciate it. You dungeon heads, you horror heads, whatever the hell you want to call yourselves. Welcome to the cult of the dungeon, the cult of Joey. We know you love us. You love listening to us rant about shit. I mean, and you wonder what Thomas is going to say next. And you're like, hey, that incoherent old man is mumbling about something. But thank you for visiting the dungeon. And, of course, support Thomas on his Patreon. I appreciate it. And I pitched it last week. But check out Knife in the Dark on YouTube. I'd appreciate if you check out Knife in the Dark. But, again, thank you for visiting the dungeon. Give Thomas your money. He needs some money for the doctors and to go see Scream 7. So thank you again for coming to the dungeon.
Well, gosh, I don't know how to follow that up. Well, thank you so much for listening and downloading, and hope you enjoyed our little rants and lists today. If you have any ideas of what you'd like us to be bitching back and forth about on a show, just go ahead and email your idea, and we'll take it under consideration, and you might hear your idea. We might take it on and see what kind of stuff we come up with. So, and if you do that, it really kind of, relieves a lot of the work that we have to do in prep. So, so you're listening to the show. You're not going to give me any money, so at least give me some fucking ideas. Put some effort into it. So thank you so much. We will talk to you next time. Bye. Good day. Do people actually talk like that up there?
Oh, yeah, eh? Oh, tell me about it. Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. Oh,
Okay.
later on, I'm going to go to the store and maybe get a 2-for, maybe a double-double. Maybe get some all dressed and some ketchup chips. I don't even know, eh?
Okay. I dare you do one of these episodes strictly in that voice.
Oh, do it like a Canadian there, eh? Oh, yeah. Oh, tabernacle, eh?
I don't know if I think my program, this Zoom thing has a translate on it, so we.
Oh, yeah, just send her, bud.
Translate the Canadian to English.
Oh yeah, just send her. Later on, we're gonna go to a Canadian Tire. Hey, is that a moose over there, eh? Well, I'm not even sure. Let's go get some Nanaimo bars later there, eh, bud? Maybe you want to get some beaver tails later. Hey, how about a poutine? You want a poutine?
You poutine. Okay. Well,